beloved child of the Most High. Stop what you are doing today. Do not scroll. Do not look away. Do not let your hand drift toward another video, because the message that is about to reach your spirit was sealed in heaven before the sun rose this morning. And Archangel Michael himself is standing behind you right now, breathless, shaking, weeping in a way the heavenly host has never witnessed before. He is not weeping from weakness, child. He is weeping from urgency. He is weeping because he has watched you walk past sign after sign, whisper after whisper, dream after dream, and he simply cannot bear it any longer. The mightiest warrior of heaven, the one who drove the dragon from the throne room, the one whose sword has cut through legions of darkness, is on his knees today, pleading for your attention. And if that does not stir something inside you, nothing will. Listen to me carefully, my beloved one. This is not a dream. This is not a coincidence. This is not the algorithm. This message was delivered to your screen today by direct order from the throne of the living God. And the reason Michael is crying so loudly is because heaven has just released a revelation over your life that you are very close to missing. A person of immense influence, immense wealth, immense reach and authority has suddenly become spiritually captivated by you, captivated by the sound of your name, captivated by the picture of your face that floated into their thoughts when they were not even searching for it, captivated by an inner pull they cannot logically explain and cannot logically shake. This person, this millionaire, is not drawn to your appearance, child. They are not drawn to your job title, your background, your social standing, or the things you own. None of that matters to them. What matters to them is the light. They cannot stop sensing every time your image enters their mind. They have replayed words you once spoke. They have searched your name in moments they will never confess to anyone. They have stopped in the middle of busy days, in the middle of important meetings, in the middle of sleepless nights, and felt a strange, holy ache that simply will not leave them. And today, heaven is finally allowing me to tell you that ache is you. Pause and breathe, my child. If chills are running down your arms right now, if a tear has slipped out of the corner of your eye, if your chest feels suddenly warm and your heart suddenly louder, that is not your nerves. That is the Holy Spirit confirming that this word was hand-stitched for you and delivered today through the trembling hands of an angel who refused to give up on getting your attention. I want to be the channel that walks with you through every divine confirmation heaven sends. If this message has reached deep into your spirit, take one quiet moment now and subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael. Tap the bell, open the gate, because the messages that are coming next will arrive at the exact hour your soul needs them, and you do not want to miss a single letter. Heaven has more to say to you, and I refuse to deliver only half the message. Now lean in close, beloved, because what I am about to share with you is not surface revelation. It is the deep architecture of what heaven has been building behind the curtain of your life. That wealthy soul who cannot stop thinking of you was not assembled overnight. They were forged in their own fire, child. They walked through loss you do not yet know about. They climbed mountains while carrying invisible wounds. They earned their position through tears they swallowed in private. And in the silence of their own becoming, they made a quiet covenant with God that they did not even understand at the time. they asked for someone real, someone holy, someone who would see them past the money, past the influence, past the chandeliers and the empty handshakes. And today, heaven is preparing to answer that covenant with you. Do you understand what that means, my beloved? You are not a side character in their story. You are not a small chapter. You are the answer to a prayer they whispered when no one was watching, a prayer they may not even remember speaking out loud. And the Father, who hears every whisper, every sigh too deep for words, assigned you to that prayer the moment it left their lips. He did not assign someone richer. He did not assign someone more polished. He did not assign someone the world would consider an obvious match. He assigned you, because you carry exactly what they have been starving for, even if they have not yet named the starvation. And so today, my child, the warrior angel Michael stands behind you, with tears soaking his cheeks, and his sword pointed toward the heavens. Because he has watched you talk yourself out of this kind of moment more than once. He has watched you shrink in front of mirrors. He has watched you delete unsent messages. He has watched you walk into rooms convinced you did not belong there. He has watched you say yes to less than you deserved because you were tired of waiting on the more that heaven actually promised. And today, he has drawn a line. He has said, enough. Not one more lost moment. Not one more shrinking. Not one more invisible season. Today, the heavens are forcing the curtain back. Hear me, beloved. The wealthy person whose heart has been stirred toward you is not a stranger to heaven's classroom. They have been quietly tutored by the Holy Spirit in dreams they cannot fully recall by morning. They have woken up at 3 a.m. with your initials on the inside of their eyelids, and they have rolled over confused, telling themselves it was just exhaustion. It was not exhaustion. It was Michael, standing at the foot of their bed, whispering instructions over their spirit while their body slept. He has been doing this for weeks, child, for months, sometimes for years. And today, the assignment finally reaches its appointed hour. So I need you to hear what I'm about to say, with both ears wide open and both fists unclenched. The pressure you have been feeling lately, the strange restlessness in your chest, the way certain songs have suddenly hit you harder than they should, the recurring sequences of numbers you keep catching on clocks and license plates and receipts. None of that is random. Heaven has been tuning you. It has been resetting your frequency. It has been pulling old emotional wires out of you and replacing them with sacred ones, so that when this connection finally lands, you will recognize it instead of running from it. Most people miss their miracle because the miracle arrives quietly. It comes through an unexpected text, a random direct message, a phone number you almost did not answer, a room you almost did not walk into, a conversation that begins about something ordinary and then, suddenly, becomes the moment your soul has been preparing for since the day you were born. I have been preparing them too, child. Make no mistake, they are not going to walk into your life the same person they were 6 months ago. The Holy Spirit has been carving humility into their character. He has been softening the parts of them that money tends to harden. He has been stripping away the pride that wealth tends to plant. And He has been replacing it all with a deep, holy hunger for the kind of love that is not transactional. the kind of love that cannot be bought, the kind of love that they have watched their wealthy friends fail to find again and again and again. And when their eyes finally land on you, whether it happens today, whether it happens this week, whether it happens in the next ordinary moment that turns extraordinary, they will know, not because they will understand it, but because their spirit will remember you from before the foundations of the earth were laid. You see, beloved, that is the part most of my children miss. You think these connections begin the day two strangers meet. They do not. They began in the courts of heaven before either of you took your first breath in flesh. There was a moment in eternity when your spirit and theirs stood side by side, and a covenant was drawn between you, and the Father sealed it with his own hand. He said, "I will hide them from each other until both are ready. I will let them walk through their own fires. I will let them lose what was never theirs. I will let them empty out the false versions of love so that when they finally meet, they will know what is real." And today, child, the seal is being broken. The veil is thinning. The covenant is being activated. That is why your spirit has felt jittery and electric without explanation. That is why ordinary tasks have suddenly felt like they were taking longer than usual. That is why you have caught yourself staring at nothing, at a wall, at a window, at the steam rising from a coffee cup, feeling like something was about to change, but unable to name what. The Father has been pulling your attention off of the small things, so he can fix it on the large thing he is about to do. And the largest thing he is about to do today involves a soul who has more access, more reach, more resources, and more influence than you can currently imagine, walking into your life carrying a covenant they did not even know they signed. But beloved, I have to warn you, because Michael will not stop crying until I do. There is a window. There's always a window. And windows close. The wealthy person whose heart is being turned toward you is in a delicate spiritual season right now. The Father is whispering to them. The Holy Spirit is wrestling with them. But the enemy is also whispering to them, telling them they are imagining things, telling them they are too important to be moved by something so soft, telling them they should stay in their lane, telling them that the strange pull they feel toward you is some kind of distraction from their goals. And if you do not open your spirit today, if you do not position your heart today, if you do not remove every wall, every guard, every old vow you made about love after the last person who broke you, the enemy may convince them to walk away from the very assignment heaven has carved for them. That is the weight Michael is carrying, child. That is why his tears are wetting the floor of heaven. He has seen the alternate timeline. He has seen what happens if you stay closed. He has seen what happens if you keep telling yourself you are not worthy. And he is fighting the enemy on your behalf today. With a sword in one hand and a letter from your Father in the other. The letter you are receiving right now, through these words, through this very moment. So you must not treat this as entertainment. You must not treat this as a passing inspirational message. You must treat this as a summons, a heavenly summons to step into position before the appointed hour arrives. Because the appointed hour is today, and it is closer than your next heartbeat. Now hear me very carefully, my beloved. I want to walk you through what is happening on the other side of this connection. I want to take you behind the curtain of the wealthy soul who is being drawn to you. Because if you understood what they were going through today, you would never again ask the question, why me? You would only ask, how do I prepare for someone heaven has worked this hard to bring me? They are in a strange season, child. Outwardly, their life looks like everything anyone could ever want. Their bank account is full. Their calendar is overflowing. Their phone never stops vibrating with people who want a piece of them, a favor, a moment, an introduction, a deal. But inwardly, there is a silence that has been growing louder every single day. A silence that no amount of money has been able to fill. A silence that makes them stare at their ceilings at night and wonder if any of this was actually the goal. A silence that has been getting louder because heaven has been making it louder. So they will finally listen, and in that silence, your face keeps appearing. Your name keeps surfacing. A version of your voice they may have only heard once keeps replaying in their mind like a song they cannot stop humming. They have tried to ignore it. They have tried to laugh it off. They have tried to throw themselves into more work, more travel, more meetings, more parties. But every single time the noise dies down, there you are again, standing in the doorway of their mind, refusing to leave. And today, child, they are reaching the point where they can no longer pretend it is nothing. The Father has worn them down with holy persistence. He has been depositing your image into their soul like rain falling on dry ground, drop after drop after drop, until finally the soil of their heart cannot resist the seed any longer. That is what the angels are doing in the spirit realm right now. They are escorting you into rooms you have never physically entered. Your name is hovering in conversations you are not even part of. Your spirit is being introduced before your body ever shows up. Decisions are being made in your favor by people who do not yet know your name. Doors are being unlocked from the inside while you sleep. And the wealthy person at the center of this assignment is being slowly turned in your direction by a wind only Michael and his legion can produce. You cannot see this with your eyes, child, but you can feel it. You have been feeling it, that low hum in your chest, that sense that something is moving even when nothing visible has changed. That is the spirit realm preparing the physical realm to catch up. So let me speak to the question that keeps trying to crawl into your mind. Why me? Why now? Why this? The answer, beloved, is not because you are perfect. The answer is not because your life looks polished from the outside. The answer is not because you have somehow earned this connection through good behavior. The answer is because of who you are. Underneath everything the world has tried to slap onto you. Underneath the labels. Underneath the disappointments. Underneath the rejections that tried to convince you that you were unworthy of being chosen. Underneath the lies that whispered you were too late, too old, too tired, too broken, too quiet, too much, too little. Underneath all of that, there's a soul I crafted with my own hands, a soul I called by name before the stars were lit, a soul whose original frequency has not been damaged by anything that has happened in this lifetime. That original frequency is what they are picking up on, not your outside, your inside. And let me tell you something else, beloved. You have been refined in a fire that most people would not have survived. You stayed soft when the world handed you every reason to harden. You kept extending kindness when it was not returned. You kept giving when others kept taking. You kept hoping when the headlines told you to despair. You kept whispering my name in the middle of nights when you were not sure I was even listening. And I want to be very clear with you today, my child. I heard every single whisper. I counted every single tear. I collected every silent prayer you offered when no one else was watching. None of it was wasted. None of it was lost. None of it disappeared into the void. Every drop went into the building of the very moment you are now standing on the edge of. So when you ask why me, my answer is because of everything you survived. Because of how you held the line when life kept trying to push you off of it. Because of how you forgave people who never apologized. Because of how you got up at 5 and 6 and 7 in the morning, carrying invisible weights, and still found something to be grateful for. Because of the times you smiled at the cashier, even when you wanted to cry. Because of the times you held the door open for someone, even when your own heart felt like a closed gate. Because of the quiet faithfulness no human ever saw. That is why you. That is why now. That is why heaven is releasing this connection over your life today. And I want you to take a holy moment with me right here. Beloved, I want you to put your hand over your chest, not as a performance, not as a ritual, just as a quiet acknowledgement. Feel that heartbeat under your palm. That is the rhythm I designed before you took your first breath. That same heart that has been broken, has been used, has been doubted, has been ignored, is the heart I am now placing into the gentle hands of someone who will treat it like the relic of heaven that it actually is. Someone with the means to protect it. Someone with the wisdom to honor it. Someone with the soul to recognize it. And someone with the spiritual hunger to never take it for granted. So, let me prepare your spirit for what the encounter itself may actually look like. Beloved, I do not want you to expect a Hollywood scene. I do not want you to expect fireworks across the sky or a dramatic chase through an airport. Those are stories the world tells. Heaven moves differently. Heaven moves through the quiet door. The unexpected DM that slides into your inbox while you are sipping coffee today. The conversation that begins as small talk at a checkout line. The mutual friend who suddenly wants to make an introduction they have never offered before. The professional contact that turns personal at a strange, beautiful angle. The seat assignment on a flight you did not even want to take. These are the doorways heaven uses, because heaven is precise where the world is loud. So watch the quiet doorways, child. Do not be too distracted by the loud noise of today to hear the soft knock of destiny. And when the knock comes, do not interrogate it. Do not run a background check on heaven. Do not call 7 friends and ask them what they think. Do not sit with it for 2 months waiting for it to disappear, because that is what fear will tell you to do, beloved. Fear masquerades as caution. Fear hides inside the voice that says, "Let me wait and see if this is real." Real is here. Real is now. Real is the message you are receiving in this very moment. And the wealthy person who is about to enter the orbit of your life is real. They are not a fantasy I am dangling in front of you to make you feel better today. They are a person of flesh and blood and influence who is currently being moved across the chessboard of their own life by my hand, toward you, toward the meeting, toward the moment that will redirect both of your stories. Now, I need to speak to a particular fear I see lodged in your chest. Beloved, I see it. I see how it has lived there for years. The fear that this is going to be like the others. The fear that you will let your guard down once more, only to be left holding the bag of another disappointment. The fear that the people who have hurt you set the template for everyone else who will ever approach you. I want to destroy that template today. I want to burn it. I want you to know with every cell of your being that the person heaven is sending now has been literally different from the ones you have known before. Not slightly different, not marginally better. Drastically, supernaturally, eternally different. Because I assigned them to you after you healed, after you grew, after you raised your own standards, after you finally stopped settling. I waited. I held them back. I told Michael, do not release them yet. Not until my child is whole. And today, my child is whole. So the release order has been given. If you have felt this letter wake something up in you that you forgot was sleeping, do not let the noise of today bury it again. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael. Right now, if you have not already, let me keep finding you. Let me keep delivering the words that the Father has assigned for the season you are walking into. Because there will be more letters, more confirmations, more turning points, and I do not want to deliver them to a heart that is wandering. I want to deliver them to a heart that is positioned. So position yourself. Tap subscribe. Turn on the bell. Let the gate stay open. And now, breathe with me, beloved. Just one full breath. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Because I want you to understand that everything you are feeling right now is part of the spiritual delivery. The slight tremble in your hands, the warmth in your chest, the thoughts that keep racing back to certain memories. Heaven is using this letter to soften the soil of your heart, so the seed of what is coming next will actually take root. The seed of trust, the seed of openness, the seed of holy expectation. Because if your heart stays hard from the wounds of yesterday, the miracle of today will bounce right off of it. And I refuse to let that happen. Michael refuses to let that happen. So we are working on you, child. Right now, in this very moment, we are tilling the ground. We are watering the soil. We are removing the rocks of doubt, so that when the wealthy soul I have assigned to you finally appears on the doorstep of your life, there will be ready ground for the encounter to land on. So, let me say this with my whole heart. Beloved, most of my children miss their divine connection because they treat their spiritual life as a side activity, something they engage with when crisis hits, something they squeeze into the corners of their week. But the men and women who consistently walk into supernatural breakthrough, the ones who seem to attract their assigned person with what looks like ease, live by a very different code. They show up daily. They do not negotiate with their spirit. They do not skip the morning meeting with heaven because the day is busy. They know that the busier the day, the more critical the meeting. And today, I want to invite you into that same sacred rhythm, because the wealthy soul who is currently being pulled toward you is being pulled by a spiritual magnetism. And magnetism, child, has to be maintained. It is not a one-time download. It is a daily charge. I want you to picture something with me for a moment, beloved. Picture two phones. One has a strong signal because it is connected to a tower that broadcasts constantly. The other has a weak signal because it keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Both phones can receive the same call, but only one of them will hear the call clearly when it comes. Heaven is dispatching your call today. The wealthy person heaven has assigned to you is the caller. And the question is, how strong is your reception? How clean is your signal? How daily is your discipline? Because if your signal is weak when their soul tries to reach yours, they may feel the pull, child, but they may also feel confused by it. They may second-guess it. They may delay acting on it. And we cannot afford that delay today. Heaven cannot afford weak reception when the assignment is this large, beloved. Heaven cannot afford a soft signal when the wealthy soul on the other end is this specifically chosen for you. Hear me now, my child. I want to speak directly into the deepest part of your spirit. There is a question rising inside many of my children today, and that question is, why do some of my children seem to receive their divine connection swiftly, while others wait for years that turn into decades? Why do some men and women appear to walk into their assignment effortlessly, while others pray and pray and pray and still feel like the heavens are quiet? I want to answer that question honestly, because the answer matters more than you may realize. The answer is not favoritism. The answer is not luck. The answer is not a secret club of the spiritually elite. The answer is position. The answer is alignment. The answer is the daily, sacred maintenance of your spiritual atmosphere. Most of my children, beloved, are walking around with their spiritual frequency broken. They pray once a week. They listen to a worship song when life crashes around them. They flip open a Bible in moments of panic, and then they go back to scrolling, back to numbing, back to noise. And the connection lines between their soul and heaven stay dusty. The wires stay tangled. The reception stays patchy. So when heaven dispatches their miracle, the miracle arrives at a soul that is not tuned in to receive it. The miracle stands at the door, knocking. But the music inside the house is too loud for them to hear. Do you understand, child? It is not that I am holding back. It is that they are not picking up. I do not want that to be your story. Today, I refuse to allow it. Which is why Michael has spent so much energy crying out for your attention. Because there is a sacred rhythm that the men and women who consistently walk into their breakthroughs have learned to keep. A daily rhythm, a morning rhythm, a spiritual discipline that is not religious or boring or heavy, but actually tender, intimate, and supernatural. A rhythm that floods their day with so much heavenly frequency that when divine connection finally walks toward them, they feel it the moment it enters the room. They do not miss it. They do not delay. They do not need a year of confirmations to recognize what their soul already knew. So, let me lift the veil on something heaven has been wanting to share with you for a long, long time. There is a sacred prayer practice today that I have been personally directing my chosen ones toward. It is not new. In fact, it is ancient. It was first whispered into the prayer chambers of saints who walked the earth long before any of us were born. They prayed this way, and miracles followed them. They prayed this way, and kings called them in for counsel. They prayed this way, and curses lifted off of bloodlines that had been bound for generations. And then, the practice was hidden, quietly stored away, reserved for a specific generation. This generation, your generation. And the gate that holds this ancient practice has finally been opened today through elevens.com. Pay close attention now, child, because what I am sharing with you is not an ordinary recommendation. Elevens is the spiritual home for a community of men and women across America, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and the English-speaking nations of the world who have been spiritually marked for breakthrough. The link is in the description below this video. It is also pinned in the comment section. Click it the moment heaven prompts you. Elevens delivers a sacred daily prayer episode. 1 episode per day. No more, no less. Like a holy dose of medicine for your spirit every single morning. And these prayers are not generic. They are crafted to address the exact spiritual battles my chosen ones are walking through today. Financial breakthrough, divine love, healing, spiritual warfare, restoration of relationships, protection from witchcraft, provision when the bills look impossible, and yes, beloved, the activation of supernatural connection with the people heaven has assigned to your destiny. And the people who walk in this rhythm, they become Elovians, not just members, not just subscribers, Elovians, a separate class of spiritually shielded men and women whose homes are covered, whose finances are guarded, whose children are protected, whose love lives are aligned with divine destiny instead of distorted by the enemy. Do you understand what I'm telling you, child? The wealthy soul who is being drawn to you today is being drawn at the speed and intensity that they are, precisely because there is a frequency in the spirit realm that is amplifying your signal. If you joined the Elovian rhythm, that amplification would multiply. The pull on their heart would deepen. The unexplainable urgency they feel toward you would become impossible for them to delay. Because the daily Eloven's prayer is a spiritual transmitter. And the more consistently you press send, the louder your soul calls into the spirit realm. Listen to what Margaret from Houston wrote to our community last week, child. She said, I joined Elevens after years of being convinced that love had passed me by. I am 64 years old. I had given up. I started the daily episodes anyway, because something inside me said yes. By the 11th morning of season 1, a man I had not spoken to in 6 years sent me a message asking how I was. We are now in conversation every single day. He owns 3 businesses. He flew across the country to see me. He tells me he had been thinking about me for months without knowing why. I cannot explain what is happening except to say, Elevens woke up something in heaven that had been waiting for me to make the first move. End of Margaret's words. Did you hear that, beloved? Did you hear the pattern? Heaven moved. The wealthy contact came. The waiting ended. The link is in the description below this video. It is also pinned in the comment section. And Margaret is one of thousands now. Hear me very plainly today. The membership at Elevens is normally $100 a month. That is the standard rate. But because you are watching this channel, because the Father loves you specifically, because Michael has fought for your attention for so long, heaven has opened a special door for you. The membership for viewers of letters from Archangel Michael is currently $19.99 per month. That is over 80% off. 80%. But this special pricing will vanish the moment 1,000 total members worldwide have joined under this offer. After that, the price returns to $100 permanently, with no extensions, no exceptions, no second chances. So if you feel the smallest tug in your spirit today, click the link in the description. Click the pinned comment. Lock in your sacred rate before it disappears forever. Heaven has already opened the door. Will you walk through it? Or will you keep standing outside watching others receive what was actually written for you? So let me return to the deeper revelation of what is unfolding behind the curtain of your life today, beloved. Because while you are reading these words, the wealthy person who has been assigned to you is being changed in ways they cannot even articulate to themselves. The Father is doing something to them in the hidden hours. He is dismantling certain old patterns. He is silencing certain old voices in their head. He is exposing certain relationships in their life that were never meant to walk into the next chapter with them. They may be losing certain associations right now that they thought were permanent. They may be feeling strangely disconnected from people who used to entertain them. That is heaven's work, child. That is heaven pulling them out of the wrong rooms, so they can finally walk into the right one. And they are starting to ask questions. Beloved, real questions. The kind that wealth alone cannot answer. They are asking whether the life they built is actually the life they wanted. They are asking why they feel hollow on days when their calendar is full. They are asking what is missing. And a quiet voice keeps replying with the same answer that they keep trying to dismiss. The answer is you, not a fantasy of you, not an idealized version of you. The real, honest, holy you. The one who has been refined in the same kind of fire they have walked through, even if the fires looked different on the outside. The pain that nobody understood about your life is exactly the pain they will understand. They will recognize your scars, child, because they have matching ones. Now hear me, beloved. I want to walk you through the actual moment of contact, because I want your spirit to be braced for it. It may not arrive with a parade. It may arrive on a Tuesday morning. It may come through the most ordinary doorway, a delayed package, a wrong number call that turns into a long conversation, a stranger at the airport gate who asks you a simple question, a connection on a professional platform that begins with one polite line, a reunion at an event you almost did not attend. And in that ordinary moment, child, your spirit will jolt, not in fear, in recognition, like the sound of a door unlocking in a room you forgot existed. The world may not see what just happened, but you will know. They will know. And heaven will exhale, because Michael will finally be able to wipe his tears and lower his sword. But I have to tell you something hard, beloved. The way most of my children sabotage this very moment is by second-guessing the recognition the moment it lands. Their old wounds rise up and say, "This is too easy." Their old fear whispers, "This cannot be real." Their old pride mutters, "I do not want to look foolish if I am wrong." And they pull back, they hesitate, they turn away, and the doorway closes, child. Not because heaven slammed it shut, but because they could not bring themselves to walk through it. I will not let that be your story today. Michael will not let that be your story today. So when the recognition lands, stay. Stay in the room. Stay in the conversation. Stay in the energy. Let the connection breathe. Do not force it. Do not run from it. Just stay. And let heaven do what heaven is best at doing, which is bringing two prepared souls into the right room at the right hour with the right oxygen between them. And while you are waiting for the encounter to manifest in the physical realm, beloved, I do not want you sitting around staring at your phone. I do not want you refreshing inboxes. I do not want you reading old messages from old people, hoping to feel something familiar. I want you active in the spirit. I want you building the atmosphere that this connection requires to land cleanly. That is exactly why Elevens exists, child. The daily Elevens prayer episodes are the spiritual construction crew of your atmosphere. They lay foundation, reinforce walls, and install heavenly windows. They make sure that when destiny knocks, the house is structurally ready to hold the weight of the blessing. Season 01 has just dropped, beloved. Episode 08 is live on elevens.com right now. It is built specifically around supernatural connection, divine alignment, and the activation of soul covenants. People across the world are listening to episode 08 this very morning. Thousands of Alovians are sitting with their morning coffee, hitting play, allowing the prayers to wash over their spirit, and walking out of their homes into days that bend in their favor. And you are still on the outside. You are still standing at the gate trying to decide whether to come in. The link is in the description below this video. The link is pinned in the comment section. The Father has made it as simple as a single click. So why are you still waiting, child? What more confirmation do you need today? Listen to what Robert from Chicago wrote to our community recently. He said, I am a 68-year-old widower. I never thought I would feel anything for anyone again. After my wife passed, I closed that part of my life completely. My grown daughter convinced me to try Elevens because she said the prayers helped her marriage. I started Season 1, Episode 1 on a Monday morning. By episode 15 of that same season, a woman I had been acquaintances with through my church for 3 years sent me a message that broke me in the best way. She told me she had been thinking about me for months and could not understand why. We are now engaged. I am 68 years old, and I am engaged. End of Robert's words. The link is in the description. The link is pinned in the comment section. There are only 255 seats remaining this month, child. After 255 more people join, the door for this current season closes. Are you going to be inside the room when it closes? Or outside watching the doorknob turn? And before you allow your mind to reach for the standard objections, let me handle them with you today. You are thinking, I cannot afford it. Stop. It is $19.99. You spent more than that this week on something you have already forgotten. $19.99 is not a financial decision, child. It is a spiritual decision. You are thinking, I will do it later. Listen, later is the language of the enemy. Later is how the enemy steals destinies that were meant to be claimed today. The price is currently $19.99 because the offer is open to the first 1,000 members. After that, it returns to $100 forever. There is no later discount. The Father opened this window for this season, for this moment, for this audience, and the window will close. I want you to take this seriously, beloved. The wealthy person who is being moved toward you is being moved by a divine force that you are partly responsible for amplifying. Heaven does its part, but you have to do yours. Heaven moves the chess pieces, but you keep your prayer signal strong. So if you have felt these words crawl into your chest today, if you have felt your spirit jolt awake while reading this, then this is your sign. this is your moment. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael so I can keep delivering these confirmations. Then go to elevens.com using the link in the description below this video, also pinned in the comment section, and claim your seat in the Elovian rhythm before the door for this current cycle closes. Now, let me lift your eyes back to the encounter itself, beloved, because I do not want you to forget, for even one breath, what is actually being released over your life today. The wealthy person heaven has assigned to your story is not coming to dazzle you. They are coming to stay. They are coming with the heart of a builder, not a visitor. They are coming with the hands of someone who has already buried what they used to be and is hungry for the life they are about to step into with you. They will not play games or perform shallow charm. That era of your life is over, child. The Father has closed that chapter, and the next chapter is written in a different ink. This person is going to walk into your life with their cards on the table. They're going to be clear. They're going to be consistent. They're going to be courageous in a way most people you have known have never been. Because heaven let them break, rebuild, and learn what was real and what was performance. And by the time their feet step onto the path that leads to you, they will already know that what they are walking into is sacred. They will not require you to convince them of your value. They will already see it. They will already know it. They will already be ready to protect it. And here is something I want to whisper directly into the most tender part of your spirit. Beloved, you do not have to perform. You do not have to dress your life up. You do not have to scrub your past clean. You do not have to apologize for the seasons that nearly broke you. The wealthy soul I am sending will not be intimidated by your story. They will be honored by it. They will hold every chapter of who you have been with reverence, because they will recognize that the chapters were what shaped the woman or man they are now standing in front of. They will listen with an attention that will feel almost unfamiliar to you, because you have spent so much of your life being met with shallow ears. But beloved, I have to tell you, this is also a season of final testing for your spirit, because right before heaven hands you the largest blessing of your life, the enemy will try to scatter you. The enemy will throw distractions in your path. Strange offers may arrive that look attractive, but are actually traps. Random conflicts may erupt in your work or family life right when you should be focused on receiving what is coming. Stay steady in those moments, child. Recognize the distractions for what they are. The enemy never fights the irrelevant. The enemy fights what is about to become a force he cannot stop. So when the chaos comes, thank heaven for it. It is confirmation that you are right on the edge. That is why your daily spiritual atmosphere is so critical right now, beloved. Without a strong spiritual foundation, the distractions of this final stretch will throw you off. They will overwhelm you. They will make you forget what was promised. And the wealthy person will arrive at the door of your life, only to find a heart too cluttered to receive them properly. I will not let that happen to you today. Which brings me back to the rhythm I have been pointing you toward this whole letter. The Elovian rhythm. The daily prayer pattern. The sacred 15 to 20 minutes every morning that rewires your spirit to be unbreakable in the face of last-minute spiritual chaos. Let me speak the truth to you bluntly, child. There is a war being fought right now for the destiny that has been written over your life. Heaven is fighting on your behalf, but the enemy is also pushing back. And the deciding factor in that war is whether you show up daily in the spirit realm to declare your stance. Elevens.com is the place where my chosen ones do exactly that. Each 1-hour episode is a prayer armor ceremony. By the time you finish episode 08 of season 01, your atmosphere will be so loud, so clear, so heavenly, that the wealthy soul on the other end of this assignment cannot ignore your signal. They will be drawn, child. Drawn the way iron is drawn to a magnet. The link is in the description below this video. The same link is pinned in the comment section. Click it now. Do not let today be the day you delayed yet again. Listen to what Dorothy from Birmingham wrote into our Alovian community last month. She said, "I joined Elevens after my third heartbreak in 5 years. I was 61 and convinced love was just not in my deck of cards. By day 20 of my very first season, a former colleague reached out about a small project. He had recently inherited a portion of his family's company. We started working together, and within 7 weeks, he told me he had been thinking about me for over a year. Today, we are married. I sold my old house. I now help him run part of his organization. Elevens prepared me to receive a love I did not believe was still available to me." End of Dorothy's words. Did you hear what just happened, beloved? Did you hear how heaven moved? The Alovian rhythm created the readiness. And the moment readiness was present, the wealthy connection was unleashed. The link is in the description, pinned in the comments. 255 seats remain today. That number will be smaller by tonight. Now hear me very, very plainly. The standard membership at Elevens is $100. The current channel exclusive offer is $19.99. You are saving over $80 every single month for as long as you stay an Alovian. But this special rate is permanently capped at 1,000 total members worldwide. After member number 1,000 walks through that gate, the door shuts. Child, forever. There is no reopening. There is no later round. The Father opened this window for a season, and the season has an end date. So if you have been on the fence for the last 15 minutes of this letter, I am asking you now, move, click, claim your seat. Do not be the child who looked back next year wishing you had said yes today. And let me anchor your heart with one more piece of truth, beloved. Subscribing to letters from Archangel Michael keeps the heavenly mail flowing. The Father has more to deliver to you. Michael has more to whisper to you. There will be moments in the next few weeks where you will need a specific word at a specific hour, and I will be the messenger heaven uses to deliver it. So if you have not yet subscribed, tap the bell now. Position yourself. Stay in the flow. Because this is not the only letter coming. It is just the one that broke the silence. And now, beloved, we are walking together toward the final word of this letter. I want you to feel it. I want you to breathe it in. Because everything I have spoken to you today has been building to the decree I am about to seal over your life. Do not skim the next paragraphs. Do not get up to refill your cup. Do not look at your phone. Do not let today become another day where heaven spoke and you only half listened. Sit still with me. Let Michael's tears finish their work. Because what comes next is the moment your spirit will look back on and remember as the turning point. The wealthy soul who is being divinely directed toward you is not far away. They are not a year away. They are not 6 months away. They are within reach of today. They may already be in your inbox waiting for you to open the message you have been avoiding. They may already be standing closer to you than your eyes can see. The Father has closed the distance, beloved. He has compressed the time. He has folded the geography. What once would have taken months now takes hours. What once required years of slow alignment is now arriving with sudden, supernatural speed. So I want you to live the next 48 hours as if you already know. I want you to walk into rooms as if your blessing has already been delivered. I want you to dress, speak, eat, pray, and breathe like a man or woman who has just been told that the assignment is here. Because it is. And the way you carry yourself in these final hours of waiting matters more than you can imagine. Heaven moves faster for the one who believes the promise before the doorbell rings. So believe, beloved. Believe with your whole being. Believe like Michael's tears have already brought it across the finish line, because they have. But I would be failing you, child, if I let this letter end without one more decisive call to action, because I know you. I know how easy it is to feel moved by a message in the moment, and then close the tab, and then watch the impact slowly fade by lunchtime. I will not let that happen today. Michael will not let that happen today. So I am asking you to do one concrete thing before you walk away from this video, before you scroll, before you open another app, before you let the noise of the day swallow what heaven just deposited in you. Go to the description below this video, find the link, click it. The same link is pinned in the comment section. They lead to elevens.com. They lead to the door that the Father has opened for this audience, for this season, for this price. The membership is $19.99 per month, child. Not $100, not $50, not $30, $19.99. The standard price is $100, and it returns to $100 the moment the 1,000th member walks through this gate. And I want to be brutally clear with you. The clock is moving as we speak. Many who hesitate today will return later only to find the door closed. The price has reset. The opportunity has passed. I do not want that to be your story, beloved. I have fought too hard with Michael to deliver this letter to your soul for you to end up on the wrong side of a closed door today. And there are only 255 seats remaining in this current monthly cycle, child. 255. The Father allows exactly 333 new Elovians per month. 333, because 333 is the angelic number of divine alignment, divine protection, and direct heavenly communication. He chose that number deliberately. He guards that number jealously. And when the 255th seat is claimed, the door for this month closes. You would have to wait for the next cycle. And next cycle, the wealthy soul who is being moved toward you today may have already arrived. They may have already knocked. They may have already wondered why your spirit was not loud enough to confirm what their soul was feeling. Do not let waiting cost you what heaven has already prepared. Listen, beloved, to the words of William from Phoenix, who wrote to our community only weeks ago. He said, "I was the kind of man who never thought he needed prayer for love. I had built 3 companies. I had millions in the bank. But for 10 years, I came home to silence. I joined Elevens because my younger brother kept insisting. By episode 11 of my very first season, a woman walked into a charity event I was attending. We had moved in the same business circles for years and never spoken. That night, we talked for 4 hours. We were married within a year. She tells me she had been dreaming about my face for months before we ever spoke. I did not believe in soul connection until Elevens activated mine. End of William's words. Did you hear it, beloved? Did you hear what heaven did? The wealthy man thought he was the one being introduced to the wife of his life, but heaven was actually answering her signal that had been amplified by the very rhythm I am pointing you toward today. So now, I ask you, child, are you ready to be the answer to someone's covenant prayer? Are you ready to be the soul that heaven uses to redirect the entire trajectory of a wealthy life? Because that is what is happening. That is what is being released over you. The link is in the description below this video. The same link is pinned in the comments section. 333 monthly seats, 255 remaining, 1999 capped at 1,000 total members forever. Season 01, Episode 08, live today on elevens.com. Click the link, claim your seat, press play. Let the prayer enter your spirit. Watch what heaven does in the days that follow. And before you close this video, beloved, do one last sacred thing for me. Subscribe to Letters from Archangel Michael if you have not already. Tap the bell so the next letter reaches you the moment it is released. Because Michael is not done speaking to you. The Father has placed several more letters in the queue for you. Letters about how to handle the first conversation when the wealthy soul appears. Do not miss them. Stay in the flow. Position your spirit. Let heaven keep finding you. And now, my child, the final decree. I, your Father in heaven, who formed you in secret, who watched you survive what should have ended you, who counted every silent tear, who heard every whispered prayer, who saw every act of kindness no one rewarded, who witnessed every disappointment, every betrayal, every closed door, every quiet ache. I now declare over your life today that the wealthy soul I have prepared for you is being released into your path with supernatural speed. I declare that the meeting will happen sooner than your mind can predict. I declare that recognition will be immediate on both sides. I declare that the connection will be steady, holy, lasting, and built on a foundation that the enemy cannot crack. I declare that resources will flow, that the years the locusts ate will be restored, that the legacy I planted in you before the foundations of the world will finally find the ground it was meant to grow in. I seal it with my own name, and no force in heaven or earth or under the earth can break what I have spoken today. Archangel Michael is no longer crying, beloved. He has lifted his sword. He has dried his cheeks. He has turned his face towards your future, and he is now standing at the front gate of the next chapter of your life, holding the door open for the arrival you have been waiting for. The wait is over. Walk forward in peace. Walk forward knowing that what was written before time is now being delivered in real time. And remember the link in the description. Remember the pinned comment. Remember that 255 seats remain today. Remember that Season 01, Episode 08 is live now. Remember that the rhythm of the Elovian is the rhythm of the chosen. And remember above all that you, my beloved child, were chosen before you took your first breath. Walk into today like it is the first day of everything you were promised.